Okay, in this video I'm going to do some of the practice problems. The ones that are in set 3, I'll do, let's see here, 3 and 4. Okay, so here we have an argument that has 3 premises, P, Q, if P and Q, then T, and then our conclusion is T. Okay, so what I want to do here is T, the conclusion that I'm after, is the consequent in this conditional on line 3 here. So what I want to do is get the antecedent, P and Q, then I can use the conditional elimination rule and get T by itself. So to get the antecedent, P and Q, I need to put this P that's on line 1 and this Q that's on line 2 together with the AND introduction rule. Then I can do arrow elim, conditional elimination, and get T. Okay, and intro on lines 1 and 2. Now, arrow elim, that's lines 3 and 4. Okay, so again, here I have a conditional statement. P and Q is the antecedent, T is the consequent. On another line, I've got the antecedent, P and Q. So on a new line, I can put what comes after the arrow, the consequent T. Okay, number 4 here. So this argument has 2 premises, and the conclusion is S and not A. Okay, so if you're looking at a problem like this, maybe you can see how you're going to get the conclusion S and not A right away. But if you're not sure, then it's often useful just to start doing what you can. So since I've got both of these lines here, both of these premises have are conjunctions. The main connective is the ampersand. So I can do and elim, conjunction elimination on both lines, and that will give me 4 new things. And then once I have those 4 new lines, then I can see what I can do in order to get S and not A. So you don't have to start this way, but this is one way to go. Okay, so all I did there was apply the AND elimination, conjunction elimination rule twice to first to lines what I have here on line 1 and then what I have here on line 2. So that gave me these 4 new lines, and now I can see that, so I want S and not A. I've got an S here in this biconditional, and I have not A right here on line 6 by itself. So if I can get this S on a line by itself, then I can do conjunction introduction and get S and not A. All right, so how can I get this S? I'm going to need to use the biconditional elimination rule. And for that, I'm going to need not H on a line by itself. So to get not H, I'm going to need to do biconditional elim using lines 4 and 5. Okay, so I'm going to put that down. Okay, so here on line 5, I have a biconditional, N, if and only if, not H. Here on line 4, I have 1/2 of the biconditional, the N. So that means on a new line, I can put the other half of the biconditional, not H. So that's what I did here, not H, biconditional elim, lines 4 and 5. Okay, so now I have not H, and that means I can do the same thing with lines 3 and 7. Here's my biconditional, S, if and only if, not H. I have not H on a line by itself, so that means I can put the other half of the biconditional, the S, on a line by itself. Okay, so now I have S on a line by itself, so that was what I was saying that I was going to try to get. So I've got S here and not A here, so I'm going to put them together with the conjunction introduction rule. Okay, and that is lines 6 and 8, and I'm done.